Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beulah Thomas. So in today's video, we are going to an Indian supermarket. And the reason why I'm doing this little video is because I know there are lots of Indians who migrate to New Zealand, and there's lots of people moving to New Zealand this year. And there are also non-Indians who have never stepped into an Indian supermarket, and you always wonder what kind of stuff do they sell in there. So I really hope this video is useful to you. The time that we headed out to the supermarket, it was packed, so it was really hard to take shots of products without people in it, so I've done my best. And just to give a little idea of what is in the supermarket, if you have any questions or if you want a video with a bit more detail, do let me know in the comment section below. But anyways, let's go to the supermarket. So we're heading to Yogiji, which is an Indian supermarket located in Lower Hutt in Wellington. They do have stores across the country, so from Christchurch to Wellington, Dunedin, Palmerston North, and also Auckland. You will find stores there. Now, this is not the only store here in Wellington. We do have stores in various parts of the city, but I decided to come out to Yogiji because it is one of the biggest stores and their products are really good, and the quality is always fresh. So here is a walkthrough, and I hope you really enjoy it. This is the biscuit and cookies aisle, and it's always quite nice because our kids were not born in India, but we like introducing them to different Indian biscuits and all of that. I really love that cake rusk. You'll also find sweet boxes here. You'll find, I think there's Haldiram's brand and also this particular brand that I wasn't very familiar with. When it comes to spice mixes, you do have different brands. You have Shan, you have Everest, and what are the other options? The different brands that you can get in different Indian supermarkets all across the world. You can definitely get it here, both for vegetarian and non-vegetarian options. They also have the Double Horse brand, expanding into spices, which I didn't know. Moving on to the fridge and freezer area, you can get New Zealand milk like you would at a regular supermarket. Gopala is a brand that sells paneer and also yogurt. You can get that at a regular supermarket or at an Indian supermarket. You'll notice the idli and dosa batter. When I moved here in 2010, you couldn't find that, but now it is easy to get a hold of, and now I make the batter at home, so I don't really rely on it. But if you don't know how to make the batter or don't have the equipment, you can get it from the Indian supermarket. I love the vegetable section in the freezer area because you can get a hold of all sorts of Indian vegetables in the frozen section, and this is great. The quality is really good, so whether it's drumsticks or brinjal, raw mango, coconut, you can get like bitter gourd or like here baby brinjal, so different options. They also do have fruits, which I guess you can add to your smoothies and things like that, but I do stick to the Indian vegetable options. All right, moving on to another aisle. Here you find Tata salt, and if you are a Maggi fan, they do have all the different varieties like you would in India, so masala oats, atta oats, or whatever, you can get that. Also, like I mentioned just a couple of minutes ago about Double Horse, I didn't know they did spice mixes, but they do now, and you can get that here. So there's different varieties of brands, like Achi brand, for example, that you get in South India. You can get those spice mixes, and look at these jars. They're really cute. So definitely export quality, and you can grab it in whatever size. Like this one was a nice little big size from Indian Heritage. You can of course get the spices in a loose bag, and I'll show you that particular area in a couple of minutes. But if you prefer just buying them in jars for easy storage, you can definitely grab it. So at Yogiji, you can get fresh fruits and vegetables. The prices are slightly lesser sometimes. I've not really compared it. You can, of course, get rice and flour. You can get lentils. You can get different snacks. You can get chapati flour. Like you can see here, we got a massive bag. We want only half of it, but they didn't have it. You can get different beverages. They also sell like Middle Eastern, Sri Lankan, and Fiji products. So if you're after a particular product from that region, you can come and get that here. Now, a whole section for pickles. Again, different brands and different jar sizes. So the ones that I'm showing are for like a regular household one, but just on the bottom row they had like massive containers, glass containers of pickles. They also have different Indian brands for tea and coffee, so you'll be spoiled for choice. If you are an MTR fan and you like their, easy to make mixes, you can definitely get that here at Yogiji as well. You can get oil, different types of Indian oil for your cooking needs. You can also get ghee, and they have them again in different sizes as well. If you like to do a big bulk lot, you can do that, or get a small container. Moving on to the Indian savory snacks area. I'm not sure if you can see any brand that you can recognize, but we try to sort of record when the aisles were empty and people were not there, because some people were wondering what we were doing, because I guess we might have looked weird trying to record, and the kids were obviously talking about what we were doing and pointing at different things to record. All right, so this is all the dried lentils area. You can get this pre-packaged already in 1 kg or so, or you can have this a loose bin where they have plastic bags and you can just fill that and then they'll weigh it out at the end. So you can get different lentils, spices like turmeric and coriander and all of that. And they also have nuts and seeds. So depending on what you're after, you can definitely find it here. Just a quick shot of the rice section. Thinking of all the Indian Americans who are unable to get a hold of rice. So Yogiji also has a little beauty section. You can get hair oil or powder or soap or paste or whatever. All right, so that was a really, really, really quick shot of what it's like to get through an Indian supermarket, particularly Yogiji's here in New Zealand. And I really hope you enjoyed it. If you're currently moving from India, the one thing I would like to say is you don't have to bring everything from your supermarket back home. You can definitely find it here in New Zealand. There might be certain specifics that you might want to bring, but whether you're coming alone to study or to work, or you're just moving with your family, you definitely will be able to find a local supermarket, an Indian supermarket in your area. Just join a Indians in New Zealand or Indians in whichever city that you're going to on Facebook. Just join one of those groups and somebody will be able to tell you where exactly you need to go. All right, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give this a like. If you got a question, drop it down in the comments below. I'll see you all next week. Bye.